Welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And greetings, blessings, salutations, and love. Once again, welcome back to Chats with Jack. I am Jack Talcott. And you know what? Today, in this life of Jack, again, the energies were a little bit low, but that starting music and seeing some of the names, some of the comments as I'm sitting in here, holy cows, bless you guys. Bless all of you who've stopped in already, who do stop in on a regular basis just to check in and see what's this Jack guy doing today. Blessings and thank you sincerely to all of you. I am excited today. This topic, finding God and awakening spiritual understandings. It is so important to me. And it never was in the past. And where I sit today is the simplicity of finding God and awakening spiritual understandings. It is divine. It's divinely simple, but you got to trust in the divine and you got to trust in the simple. And brothers and sisters, today it is Saturday, my Saturday blessings. I love this quote from the thumbnail. Friend, if you're in the in-between place of surrendering your expectations and looking for how God will move in your situation, let me remind you of this simple truth. God has not forgotten you. Whoever you are, wherever you are, God has not forgotten you. I'm confident in that. And I'm guessing, of course, but God didn't forget me. And this idea, surrendering your expectations, Jessica Jane, blessings, perfect. Expectations are resentments waiting to happen. That's what I've been learning for myself. And truly, peace inside, inner peace, that goal that we all want to carry and possess, peace is found through the surrender of expectations, the surrender of judgment. Patience and curiosity will reveal the path that can move you forward with gratitude and faith. That's from experience. God's love and your path, they're here now. God's love and your path are here and now, waiting for your acceptance, your focus, your growth, your willingness to align. It's waiting for you. And it's true. The words from the Bible are true. If you haven't gone to it in a while, go open it up. If you haven't been to it at all, go check out a church. Go listen to people who've looked at it and look into it yourself. But don't get caught up, please. Brothers and sisters, the ways of the world, the politics, economics, and religions have corrupted us collectively, mankind in its development and growth long ago, brothers and sisters, before you and I were born. Before you and I were born, the freedom that we claim to believe in here in America, it was sold. It was given away. This world we live in is corrupted. It's up to us how we will move forward. We can move forward on our own individually, just like we used to do in the past, right? Figuring our own way out, getting into fights, arguments. You know, you got to steal, you got to step on someone. You do what you got to do for you and your family, right? It's only you got to care about, right? It's not true. Devoting to God is actually becoming natural. That's all it is. Allowing yourself to become naturally who you are, because God created you. And I am absolutely convinced. I don't have a belief in God. I 1000% accept and trust there is an unseen God. There is a God we do not see, yet it is here and present to be known by you. Our lives, what I've been learning for myself is to simplify myself. And here's where my downfall is. In my mind, in Jack's mind, this is so simple. It has to be divinely created. But being able to share that simplicity with others in a way to explain it, it's kind of challenging. Because years ago I didn't know this stuff, and I don't know if I'd have understood it if I listened to me. But finding God, finding your path, it's up to you. You have to believe in you enough to believe you have a path. You have to believe in God enough to believe that you can find God. And God is eternally with us. I've got some notes. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to flow today, how I'm going to go, what the universe is going to bring, but I'll go ahead, and it's early in the stream. One of the thoughts I was considering earlier as I listened to some of the previous monologues, the idea comes up, maybe I should just end it there. It'd be short little streams, short little videos, and, conserve the energy and time of the people who care, people who tune in. So, and then maybe I wouldn't overcomplicate things. Hey, Smith, good afternoon, Jack. I hope you're well. You got to admit, those were some amazing texts I sent you. No, I don't have to admit that, Smith. That's in your mind. The videos and the offers I suggested to you on how to take control of your life, yeah, those were pretty amazing, Smith, but you didn't notice those. You didn't notice anything I sent you. Praise God. This life we are living, brothers and sisters, there are so many people that are just in their mind of confusion. Okay. And I used to live in a mind of confusion. I used to walk around with a lot of insecurities and discomfort from not knowing. I'd be on edge a lot, not even realize it. I didn't even know I was. But what I've been finding is when I surrender my mind, my worries are my own. Your worries are your own. You found those. You chose those. God allowed it, right? Just like me. I chose to worry. I chose to feel inadequate. I drove myself nuts because I didn't know God. And since I didn't know God, I truly did not know love. God is so amazing. So, so amazing. So consider in your mind every thought, right? And as we go through our days, we get thousands, maybe millions of thoughts. I've heard stats like 70,000, 90,000 thoughts a day, something like that. I don't know how they count them, but just pay attention in yourself. You got to realize you get a lot of thoughts in your head. Every thought, what is it? What is a thought? It's simply a probability or a possibility. So as you go through and you identify these thoughts you carry around, allow yourself to expand, right? And remind yourself, this bad news I see coming, this prediction that I found, oh, that sucks. Oh, I'm going to be angry. Oh, that's going to hurt if this happens. Well, you imagined it. It's a possibility. It may be a probability, but go greater. Find a greater probability. Find a greater probability that gives your heart peace within you. Because let's face it, the bad case prediction, the the best case prediction, those predictions are thoughts. They're not real. They're imagined, right? We place so much emphasis in our minds, in our thoughts. Oh my God, I thought that. Oh my God, they must think that. Man, the human mind, it's no wonder God created us because, man, people are funny, especially when they're stupid. Stupid meaning dishonest. The only thing that makes a man or a woman stupid is when they think they can lie. Think about that. What is a liar? A liar is someone who is so foolish, they think they, the individual, is above the truth. Don't place yourself above the truth. Humble yourself to the truth and you'll feel better. You won't have to fight to prove people wrong. That's a habit Jack's been trying to break, right? Because they got a lot of people wanting to prove me wrong. And of course, what am I going to do? I got to show them, no, you're wrong. But it's not my place to do that anymore. And I'm going to do a better job. My intention for myself is to do a better job of disengaging with the fools. I don't want to be a fool. Do you want to be a fool? Do you want to waste your time arguing with other people about your thoughts? You want to argue with other people about their thoughts? Go ahead, do it. The world is filled with people who love their thoughts. They're so selfish. They won't even get rid of their thoughts. Don't be a selfish fool. Don't be stupid to yourself. Don't be stupid to others. Here I go telling people what not to do. 6079 Smith W. Bless you, brother. Thank you for the contributions. New Orleans attack was 38 days before Super Bowl. Yesterday was 838 days since Fort Bragg founded attack was in Louisiana, founded 42 days before Fort Bragg it about our works. Revelations, Rev 38 Hawaii on New Year. Smith, does that make sense to you? I know it's typing, and typing is open to errors, but Matthew 38, Luke 38. Okay. You found. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much. What I have found, oh, well, here. Wonderful. Welcome, brother. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Feeling good. Thank you. Did you want to add?
I just wanted to try to explain that. So Hawaii had a firework, gigantic explosion, 3 dead, 22 injured on New Year's. I've been telling people it's about your works. It's Revelation 3:8. It's Matthew 3:8. It's Luke 3:8. All three, it's about your works. We're saved by grace through faith, but it's about our works that matter.
I love
and
that.
I think if people saw it, I mean, they had the 4 lightning strikes took place on New Year's, the Capitol building, the One World Freedom Tower, the Washington Monument, and I forget the 4th one. And from the Empire State Building being topped till King Charles got topped with his crown is 3888 3 days. It's just numbers. I'm not doing gematria. God has numbered our days, and Psalm 90:12 tells us count the days, and it's wisdom for your heart. I'm not saying everybody should count the days. I'm saying that was a great monologue earlier, not wanting to hang with the fools. I might be a fool, but I'm not out here talking bad on God. And I do. I want people, I want people to be happy. I want better things for people. So that's what I got. I think it'll make sense. I'm going to put something out there, but the New Orleans Superdome opened August 3rd, 83. That New Orleans mayor, she's our previous mayor. Isn't that crazy? She moved to New Orleans and she got in a car crash with pedestrians at that exact same location on August 3rd. It's about our works. Michael Jordan sold the Charlotte Hornets last year on August 30, was 833 days after Queen Charlotte of Mecklenburg died. The Golden Bull, Queen Charlotte of Mecklenburg, Golden Bull on the coat of arms and the flag. You look at Turin, Italy, coat of arms and flag is a golden bull. It's called the Magic City. It's a magic veil. They're hiding God from us. The veil will be torn. We're living in a material world, and she's the material girl. And she's born 8/16/58, and that's the zip code of Vail, Colorado, the 38th state. How don't people understand it? Appreciate it, Jack. I'm going to take off. Thank you.
You don't have to leave, but you're not allowing me any conversation. It just seems you're talking to yourself or talking to someone else.
Go ahead. I appreciate it. That's good. I think people need to hear it.
Well, Smith. Okay, so before I get frustrated, I'm seeing the signs that you're here not really for what I have to say. Again. So where should we go now, Smith? I mean, should we talk about your topic, your ideas?
Yeah, my idea is to proclaim God. I want people to see that God's real. That's my agenda. I have an agenda, and that's my agenda. That's it, really.
Do you know the best way to do that, brother?
Yes, to show kindness, I think, and to love my neighbor like myself. I think that the what only two commandments that really matter is love the Lord your God and your neighbor like yourself. So I'm trying to do better.
Can you honestly say you love yourself? Honest question.
Well, the Bible says to deny yourself and take up your cross, but to love your neighbor like yourself. So no, to be honest, no, I don't. I should care a lot more for myself. I think that would affect the way that I acted and everything else. But
yes,
I've definitely tried to do better on loving other people more, being more of a caring person and kind. And,
Smith, I see that, brother. And it's hard to do, though. It's real hard to do, to be loving to our neighbors when we have not fallen in love with ourselves. Smith, sincerely, I love you like a brother. God is real. God created the day and all of our past days that we participated in, and it brought us to here and now, Smith.
Yep, here we are. And Trump's doing his magic again. You see that? He's the mega magician.
Right. And Smith, you act like I have nothing that you want, and I don't understand that.
A fellowship. That's what I've always wanted, Jack, was a fellowship.
Yeah, and you've denied all of my offers, Smith.
Well, I'm not in, I said I'm not into it in person.
I know, Smith. Please, today is a new day. We understand the facts, okay? And that's all this is. I'm pointing out the facts. You say you want fellowship. You've denied mine. Here's why you've denied my fellowship, Smith, because you don't love yourself. Because if you fellowshipped with me, if you and I met here in Spokane, as I'm allegedly your neighbor, supposedly, right? If we met, you might understand what God has allowed me to learn a little more.
Yeah, we're meeting online. See, this is us getting to it. See this? I think this has gone better than some.
See you later, Smith. You know how to reach me. I've extended my offers, and when you're done with your denial, Smith, when you choose to live righteously with God, call me. I will give you any support, all support, my time, my attention, any ideas, anything I've learned is yours freely. And I had a conversation earlier, working out the arrangements for my travel plans in a few weeks. And my past addiction came up. Yeah, I got sober in I'm coming up on 9 years now. I haven't had a drink. Haven't even wanted a drink in many years. So there is health to be found. All that health requires. Okay. Now I see why you were. I made the mistake of unblocking a couple of characters. Maybe not a mistake, but I thought I understood better. Smith?
I'm perplexed. I'm gonna take off. I got nothing bad to say, but
Why
that's
did
pretty
you
weird.
come back?
Well, because I just thought of that and I was like, that's weird. I even donated to him. I haven't really done anything wrong. And you let the $5 million company with 4 property grifter Zach on your show all the time,
Hey,
and he does
Smith,
his grift. I'm proclaiming.
you sound like a victim. Are you a victim, Smith?
No, does he bad?
Are you a victim or a man, Smith? Are you a victim or a man? Can you have a conversation like a man, or you want to continue like a whining little bitch?
Have a conversation like a man or throw me backstage?
The choice is yours.
It's about loving your neighbor.
You're going backstage because of your behavior, buddy. Act like a man. You can have a conversation with Jack like a man.
Well, throwing somebody backstage isn't very manly, Jack.
So you claim. Tell you what, Smith, when you joined, you said you had nothing else to offer. You were going to continue your way. Please do. Thank you. I'd appreciate that. I clearly have nothing you want. Except, no, that's not true. I do have what Smith wants. I have you. All of you who are tuning in. That's what Smith wants. He wants your attention. So if you want to be kind, if you care to give him attention, look him up, give him a subscribe, please. What I know that is, you can see it quite clear in these panel chaos content atmospheres. It's a lot of people trying to find their place. They're trying to show their value, but they're not thinking things through clearly. See, selfishness is America's illness. I don't blame America, but selfishness has been enabled and conditioned here into Americans all around the world, in fact. And it makes sense. The ego is selfish. We have a society where through the schooling systems, through the economic systems, the authority systems, the rewards and punishment, we have these systems that convince people not to think clearly. Thinking clearly is your number one job here on earth. If you want to survive and live a happy life, you've got to learn how to think, and you got to learn how to think clearly so that you understand what it is you're doing. Many people focus on what they're thinking about, but not actually what they're doing. Holy shit, that was exactly what I was doing in my past. My habits of drinking. My habits of drinking were because my habits of drinking were caused by an overactive mind. I didn't know how to think clearly. Here's anyone who wants to know how to think clearly, tell you what, reach out to me. I have a feeling maybe I am going to wrap this stream up a little bit soon. Start doing some shorter streams so that I don't overcomplicate what I'm trying to do. Smith, I love you, brother. Golly geez, man. Anything, I'm going to use this comment. Thank you, brother. I want people to connect with people, as do I. And again, Smith, I am your neighbor in Spokane. I'm trying to find a way to get attention from the churches, from the government, from my family, from my neighbors. You allegedly live down the road from me. I'll come to you if you allow an opportunity. So if Smith, if you want to be honest, you got to prove yourself honest. If you want people to connect with people, do it. Smith, connect with me to prove that that's what you want. I think you're a liar. Prove me wrong. Brothers and sisters, though, the greater lesson there is anything you want, give it away. Give it to another. You want to be strong for another. You want to be grateful for another. As much as you can offer outside, it will rise within you, because that's the laws of the universe. This is how the laws of creation, this is how God works. There is one. Oh man, you're right. Golly geez. Well, how about we just do this, Smith? We can you can just leave. You don't have to be a victim around me, Smith. Just leave my life. You'll never be victimized by me again. I wonder why the tone is coming out like this. I don't mean to talk at anyone. Is there something wrong with preaching? I don't think that was meant wrong. I think that was actually meant in support. Right. Thank you. And I'm not necessarily angry. I'm disappointed, Guru. I mean, the thumbnail and the starting comment. Yes, within Jack, I still have expectations that and hopes that when people click the link to join me, they actually care about me and what I'm doing. But when that hasn't happened, admittedly, Jack gets a little frustrated. It's been a long time. It's been a long time since I truly felt welcomed and appreciated. I know I'm not alone like that. There's probably some of you out there who are listening too. We all go through these times in our lives where we don't feel welcomed or appreciated the way that we really want to. Well, the lesson I've learned, no one's got to do that for you. No one's got to do anything for you. I know that, and despite knowing that, I still find my hopes, I still find my expectations, I still hold out there's potential in people, even if they don't see their own potential. I try. But nobody has to give you welcoming or acceptance. You got to find your welcoming, your acceptance within yourself. And I know there is spiritual energies, there's spiritual forces that move us all and control us all. But if you don't will yourself, use your mental will, give yourself permission to let go. To let go and to be at peace in the present. Let's see where this goes.
Greetings, Mr. Talcott.
Greetings, Left Guru.
I was just catching up on what you're saying, Mr. Talcott. You're not being welcomed in a warm way. You're not feeling appreciated. Have you been giving out what you wish to receive, Mr. Talcott?
Yes, I have.
It should only be a matter of time then till it returns to you.
I realize that. That's the laws of creation. That's true words. But this is what I've been learning. There is something mystical and absolutely out of our control, and that is God. God's timing is what we are experiencing. And this topic, finding God, it's as simple as acceptance. God is true. The spiritual understandings can be found as soon as we accept God is true. And actually, here, I don't mean to turn this, please. This can be a conversation, not just me, if you'd like.
No, go ahead, Mr. Talcott.
Thank you. This is what proves, I had to prove to myself over and over and over, faith. I had to prove to myself over and over and over, strength, independence, right? All sorts of things. Anything good or bad, we're going to prove it to ourselves. So find the good. That's what I finally started doing for myself. And I tell you what, once I started really trying to press my inner being into peace and calm and love and all of this stuff, I found it. And then it got easier. And then it got easier. And then now it's like, it's in hindsight, I swear to God, in hindsight, it is so simple, so obvious to live like Jesus, what he taught. It is so simple, so obvious. It has to be divinely created. Because we're here to walk with love and kindness and goodness and faithfulness, faithful to the truth. Mr. Slav Guru, I appreciate you here. Our other guest, Mr. Smith, has returned. Frankly, I'm kind of done with him for today. What are your
Mr.
thoughts?
Talcott, it could be argued that Smith is a reflection of you. He is constantly wanting to show or experience or give what others may not want to receive. This presents quite a quandary, Mr. Talcott.
You're absolutely right. He is me. He's desperate to share what he knows. He is. You can see it. You can hear it. You can feel his desperation to be heard and for people to understand what he's saying. And I felt that myself. He is me.
Very much like that fat pig Paul enslaved. At times, very animated, very desperate to try to put out truth. But what does this desperation do, Mr. Talcott, if not undoing us, isn't it?
It absolutely does. And that's what I've been trying to figure out how to do. Welcome, Midlife. How are you, brother? Barney.
I'm all right. I hear you. I just want you to know you're appreciated. I love your show. You're one of the few people out here that really has, I think, primary content. I don't know if that's the proper term. You inspire many of us. Usually I listen. Can I go in on your show again, or are you going to get mad?
Please.
You got to cut the jesters. You're inviting them. You know, I see your frustration. It's easy for me to see because I'm on the outside, right?
I believe that.
Somehow, right, one way or another, this channel has fostered the jesters. And I even confessed that shamefully it's entertaining to see you get upset. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of the fact that it's funny to see these people poking these people. I'm not going to mention any names. These people poking like a pressure cooker, and then it's like, oh, look at Jack. He doesn't like peace and love because he yelled and cussed, and it's funny. But that's not it, man. That's not it. That's like
we used to have a saying, Mr. Midlife Pro Logic. When a clown sits down in the king's chair, the kingdom becomes a circus.
Yes, that's dude. When a clown sits down in the king's chair, the kingdom becomes a circus. Hello. Look at Donald Trump and Elon Musk. There's clowns moving into the palace. What are we doing again? Why are we allowing this? Why are we not doing better? We're turning America into a circus. Actually, it's been a circus, and the friggin' clowns are rising to run it.
Is
Well,
it
maybe-
also possible that is potentially you? That was my take on that too.
You know, the guru he's not unintelligent, right? That's the thing. But he does have that. He has an evil side to him, right? He really does.
You mean a darker side of self? Everyone has this. Some of us admit to it and align with it. Others are disingenuous and fake.
Yeah, but you are a bit fake on it. You admit to some of it. You don't admit to all of it. And you really are a bit sadistic because you love to inflict. You love to inflict discomfort on other people. You like it too much.
If the truth shall kill them, let them die, Mr. Midlife Pro Logic. This is not about me liking or not liking. This is very trivial.
But you do like it, right? It goes beyond constructive criticism. You like to say, oh, look at me. I'm the guru. I'm so awesome. You're like a...
is it possible that you're projecting?
You're like a drill instructor who just wants to, break someone down and allegedly build them up just to use them as a tool. Me? Do I like to break people down? I'd have to think about that, honestly.
You would have to break yourself down first and rebuild that before working on others.
Anyways, so I just wanted to say that, Jack. Don't be down and out. I think you're great. But it's your fault, Jack. You're letting them on. You're doing it. You're honestly just, if you really, and again, I could be wrong. Who am I, right? I could be completely wrong.
Maybe who are you exactly? What do you do that makes you fit to comment on other people's broadcast for success or not?
Maybe.
How are you showing this?
He's sharing what he saw, what he witnessed.
Maybe you'll break through to some of these jesters and maybe you'll have a connection. Yeah, maybe. I doubt it. I think you're just making them worse personally.
Imagine the talentless making judgments on talent.
Actually,
was that necessary? There it is again.
No, please, but it was true.
Hold on, please. What you said was true. And Slav Guru, every man or woman is a witness to what they witness. And I agreed with what he offered. He is right. From a distance, I probably am inviting this sort of pattern.
It's part of the show.
It has
because the subconscious idea is Mr. Talcott does not wish to or cannot carry the show himself.
No,
so the ones who he say are adverse to him.
No. You're so wrong. He's one of the
if he could, then he would, sir. He has not.
He does better than most. Jack, don't listen to that. That's a lie. That's wrong. You get up here. Again, I'm just like, I react to things. I do this and that. You get up there, all you need is a mic. And you carry it. And I don't know where it comes from. Maybe you read it, maybe whatever, but it's inspirational every time. And that's the best part of the show. That's when I tune in. And then when all your jesters come on, depending on if I'm feeling in like a dark mood and I want to see you break down and yell like a mischievous. I mean, it's nasty that I like to see you like that. It really is. That's something I need to explore. Why do I like to see Talcott get mad?
I know why. It's why everyone does. It has to do with my energy and my words. If I'm going to claim to be a man of God, everyone wants to prove me wrong.
And listen, hold on. I didn't buy my subs. I may suck, but I didn't buy my subs. I got a bunch of vertical subs. I know that my views are not like showing of someone with the amount of subs that I have. I didn't buy any subs. That's a fact. Anyway, sorry. I feel self-conscious about that.
Hey, some of what Slav Guru said is partially true.
It is.
Some of it is not true. But swinging back, you kind of, I think you said something about it. I do hold in my heart. Subconsciously, I'm attracting the people I'm attracting. Consciously, when people choose to arrive and to join my life, I do try to communicate with them. And it's to my detriment, obviously. Trying to communicate with Paul for so long has turned me into an online mockery, entertaining the likes of that imbecile.
Mr. Talcott, you're blaming other people and playing victim again.
And
the
you're
guru's heart.
again.
The guru's heart is not in the right spot. I'm telling you that right now. There's something wrong in him. I don't know what his problem is. I don't want to know, but I, stay away from it because it's too
Right.
much.
You just want to label and play power games. You don't actually want to.
That's actually you, Paulie boy. I enjoy the character of Slav Guru, but underneath that is the bitter, angry, Paul unslaved who thinks he's above everybody else.
And he's so talented, right? Even the guru, like, that's funny. That's funny. Do stand up, bro. I mean, he is very talented. I'm not denying that. That's a fact. But there's an evil in him. It's even more evil than he realizes. So I don't know where it comes from. Again, I'm not dealing with that. But yeah, again, you're the man. But I just felt like coming up here and giving my 2 cents on your show. Tell me when I should stop. But I'm just waiting for the day when you just cut them out. And then again, maybe just have like a 1 day a week. Bring the haters. I don't know. Or not. Or whatever. But I really do think in my heart that it's holding you back from your goal. I really do. I really do. And I think you risk. Yes.
Let me run this by you, though, as a friend, because I've been toying with this idea. And what you just said, it kind of goes along with that. What if I just start a stream, no link, just run with the inspiration I've got? It might be 20 minutes. It might be an hour. But it would just be for the focus of sharing the motivation and inspiration I feel within myself, and then just leave the conversations to less frequently. What do you think? You think that would?
I think it's for, again, I don't know what the future holds. If I had the secret sauce to being a YouTube hit, I would use it, right? I would. But I think you would have to take a few steps back, but it would, in the long run, get you further, if that makes sense. I think you'll lose a lot of people. I think a lot of your fans just like to see the craziness, unfortunately. And, I don't know what the breakup is. How many come for the message versus how many come for the jesters? I come for both, really, shamefully, but it's true. But your frustration, I feel it. I feel it. And I want, again, you want world peace. I want world peace. Let's start with that. Again, just for the record, why not, right? Well, I'm just going to leave it at that. And, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's right. But when you come up here and talk about you feel unappreciated, you this, you're that, I hear you, man. And I don't want you to feel that way. So that's all.
All right. Thank you, brother.
I got to go. I hope I didn't say too much or whatever. I think you're great. I love the message. I don't know if you're reading something, if it just, where does your inspiration come from? There you go. That's what I want to know. Do you read stuff? Do you just sit on a mountaintop and do your ohms or what? What is it?
All the above.
All the above.
Here, actually, it all comes from God. All new ideas to you, all new ideas to me, they come from God. Now, I may find ideas through you, Barney. I may find ideas through Paul, through Smith, Snafu, anyone. Not, to be honest, not usually. But I do. I spend time every single day. Thoughts. What is happening in my world today? What do I do? What new can I understand, and what more can I do? Midlife?
Yes.
God is true. God is true.
Wow.
All we have to do to find God is to align ourselves with what is true. It's really that simple. Don't drive yourself nuts anymore, brother. Don't pay attention to your thoughts and be present. And when you're present, here's what I've been practicing. I mentioned it a few days ago, the mental reminder inside of myself. God is perfection. There is perfection in this moment. Perfection is now. Everything is perfect. Everything is okay. Everything is good. And if everything is good, everything's okay, everything's perfect, well, I don't need anything. I don't want anything. I have everything I need for this moment. And so from this moment, if I have everything I need, what do I want from here? What do I want to see myself achieve? What do I want to see myself receive? What do I want to see myself discover? That's how you turn your life into an adventure, brother. It's that simple.
Well, again, I'm searching not to piss you off. I don't believe in all that stuff. If the burning bush wants to talk to me, I'm ready to listen to it.
Are you?
I don't believe the Bible, Jack. Noah's Ark is a lie. I'm sorry. It is a lie.
Here, you know what? A lot of the stories from the Bible, I take them as lessons. Some of it could be historical, but it's all interpretations from man. All of history, all of science, all of spirituality, every knowledge we learn from others, it's an interpretation from man. I'm a man. I can interpret. I can understand. And what it comes down to, that whole Holy Bible, it comes down to repent, change, and love, forgiveness. Our world is the way that it is because unforgiveness has been celebrated. That's why men and women are paying for wars, and that's why there are men and women in war right now. While we're sitting comfortably in our fucking homes, there's men and women getting bombed and shot at right now. Children are being...
It's awful.
Praise God.
It's awful.
Praise God that God sent us to this world to learn of the world's problems, to become the solutions. I was a problem in my life. I became a solution in my life, and I hope to be a solution for others as well.
Well, listen, I get excited when I see the notification for your show. I can't wait to hear what the message is, so to speak. You don't have to believe in the Bible to appreciate the message, or you don't even have to believe in the Bible to appreciate some of the messages, because there is some good to be found in there. That is for sure. Noah's Ark is a lie. Let me tell you how Noah's Ark happened. There was a big flood. Some guy named Noah had a boat. Hold on. This is my interpretation. Some guy named Noah had a boat. Huge, horrible flood. And he's like, oh my God, floating around on his boat. And he saw these animals. And he's like, save the animals, save the people. And he picked up animals and people to save them from this flood. And then, much like Paul Bunyan or something of that nature, his legend grew throughout time. It's a tall tale. I mean, I don't want to go back and forth on that, honestly. That's what I believe, that it is what it is. And if I'm wrong, I guess I'm going to burn in hell. So, what can I say? But yeah, love the show. Love the message. It always connects with me in some way, regardless of what the topic is. And of course, I wish you the best in your endeavors. Have a great Saturday.
Yes, sir. You too. Thank you, Barney.
Take it easy. Bless.
Please feel free to give Midlife Bro Logic, if you're, give him a look, give him a subscribe, see what he does over there. He's got some great entertainment. There's a couple of comments while he was speaking that kind of got in my mind here. Logical Spark. It's the deep state that's having wars, Jack. Yup. People like your generation didn't heed Eisenhower's warning. I'm not quite that old about the military-industrial complex. Not quite that old, but there's no lie. Yeah. My parents, my generation. I was raised in the Iraq War. First Bush propaganda got me to enlist. And yeah, we collectively, the American people, did not take the corruption seriously. Men and women of the past did not take what the United States government, the legislation that was sold through the media and the propaganda, all that BS. The men and women of the past did not understand as clearly of what was going on with the Federal Reserve, with the military, the warnings from JFK, from Eisenhower about the growth and development of this beast, the deep state. It's just like the shadows. The shadows in your mind is the deep state. See, I've said this before. I've realized it. God is so perfect. There's such a perfect order to everything. What is within is without. The government and corporate structures we have, all these complicated rules and control and manipulation and going to war over the governments. It's in your mind. You possess a government. You possess a corporation. You possess the governing body of you. The rulership of you is you, no one else. But if you're not pure, if you're not true to God, if you're stupid enough to lie to yourself, you will live in delusions. I used to do that. I'm speaking from experience. Please, if you're I don't know what to offer. I have within myself this just aching, deep desire for others to wake up, to awaken. And I know it's happening. I know it's happening. And I trust that my words will at least be, those who hear my words, my hope is they get, back in the back of the mind and maybe thought about it a later time, and through my words, your life experience, words from other people, God's going to bring all the pieces together and it'll just click. That's what happened with me. Things clicked within myself, and all of a sudden it's like, whoa, how did I not know that before? Holy shit, why was I so confused? You've been patient, Snafu, but the word confused, there you are.
No, I've been watching your show, and with all due respect, you've had two guests here. Paul has admittedly denies Jesus. Then you had a guy try and discredit Noah's Ark, which we know exists. So when you talk all this God stuff, and then you bring guests. No, let me ask you.
No. Snafu. No. I played that. Let me ask you. Snafu, you're clearly not one who should be running around judging others on their relationship with God, considering the things that you have said about me publicly. The fact that you're so emboldened, you're so ignorant that you keep returning to me, not willing to listen, blows my mind, man. Blows my mind. Holy cows. Brothers and sisters, today is another day. I think I'm going to start wrapping it up from here. I always wonder, how is this going to turn out? When is the day going to come? Because as it is said a long time ago, brothers and sisters, and this worked out true for me too. You won't know the day, you won't know the hour, but everything is going to transform. It happens to all of us. Life happens to all of us. And life is change. Change is transformation. If you're resistant to change, if you're resistant to transforming, you're resistant to that which is. That which is God. It's good for you. Devoting to God is honestly to stop fighting. Whoops, my hair, man. Devoting to God is when we stop fighting, we become natural. And your natural state of being is without thought. It's without worry. It's without anxiousness. It's without regret. That's your natural state of being. Your natural state of being is aligned with God. And once you align with you, who you are, as you are, you accept you and all the conditions of what is here. When you accept yourself, you can understand yourself. Anything you can accept, you can understand. Anything you can understand, you can know. Anything you know, it's easy to love. It's easy to appreciate. I know God in my life. I want you to experience the love of God that I feel, that I it's like a drug. It is the best drug. This spiritual awakening yourself to the spiritual understandings of life. Go to love. To change your life, to become pure, to become true, to become natural of who you are. Find within yourself, commit to your heart. I love the truth. Good, bad, ugly, doesn't matter. It's a gift. All information, all gift, each breath is a gift to us to receive. Receive life. Don't resist it. Accept life. Don't fight it. See, and this is the last note. Something I found completely true. It is fools who spend time complaining about what God allowed them to learn. Don't be a fool. Don't complain about the things. Here I go lecturing people. Do what you want, but if you want to feel good, don't complain about what God allowed you to learn. If you want to feel great, praise everything you can learn, because learning is part of growth. Growth is why we're here. And brothers and sisters, if you join me in this 2025, we're still only a few days into it. This year is ours to create. Grab yourself, whatever you got to do, bring yourself into the present day of you and say, hey, the past is done. I'm starting today and I'm moving in whatever directions I want, because the rest of your life is in your hands. It always was. It always is. I'm going to wrap it up here. Yeah, guest in the back. I'm going to wrap it up here and we'll see what the future brings. Thank you again, sincerely, all of you who've been around for this and want to join more. Please do. Till next time, choose love, peace for everyone, and live without fear. Thank you again. God bless you. Peace.